Exciting. I love seeing this. This is like where it all starts. So I'm Brett Malone. I'm the president of the CRC. We're right across the airport here. We have space for startup companies, and then we have large companies like Boeing. They want to hear from you. They want to see like the earliest, most cutting edge technology startup ideas. So you all are where it begins. You're the seeds, and we love seeing this kind of activity. So Game Changer Week is sort of like a celebration of all the innovation that goes on in our region. The research on campus, some of the big company technologies that are going on over in the CRC, but then also all of the student engagement. So this looks like a tough crowd. I tell you what, if you're pitching today, it looks like the competition's pretty stiff. So bring your A game, and when you're done and when you win, bring your A game over to the CRC. Start your company. We got a ton of business services around in the ecosystem to help you be successful. So congratulations for getting here. Bring your A game, Sean. And this panel is tough. I tell you, I was meeting with them earlier on, and you're going to have to really bring it, but I know you can. And then come on over at 4 o'clock. We've got our special guest, Matt Thur, is going to be talking about entrepreneurship. And then right after that, we've got a huge block party. So we have 2 bands from Nashville that are coming here. They're in Blacksburg now. So we have an opener and then a headliner. We have a full block party. We have 26 tents in terms of food, vendor, beverage, and just all kinds of fun. So come on out after you crush this event, and we'd love to have you there. So, and look for Game Changer next year. This is an annual event that we hold. So thanks and good luck to everyone.
Thanks, Brett. Exactly. As Brett mentioned, there's literally just a runway in between where we are right now and the Corporate Research Park. And if you have not made your way out there as a student, it's super cool. There are world-class companies operating just a stone's throw from where we are and from campus. The bus runs a loop out there for free. So I'd highly encourage everyone to come out tonight for the keynote and the block party. And if for some reason you can't make it tonight, find another reason to go out to the research park. It's a gem right in your backyard. All right, and with that, we're going to do a quick intro for the panelists. If you're pitching live and you're one of our Elite 8 teams, raise your hand. Who's here? Awesome. Good stuff. Very good. So these are the panelists that are going to ask you all questions. I always think it's helpful if you're presenting to know a little bit about the background of the people on the panel. So we'll spend just a moment on that. First and foremost, we have Daniel Lumberg. Daniel, can you raise your hand? Hey, Daniel's a VT alumnus. He brings a ton of executive level experience in life sciences, biotech, and pharma. He's one of the few people that have seen a biotech to pharma company all the way through to acquisition, which is really impressive. We spent a lot of time in the Raleigh-Durham area and recently moved back to Blacksburg. He's also an advisory board member for me at the Apex Center. So Daniel, thank you for being here. Next to Daniel is Dr. David Townsend, one of our associate professors of entrepreneurship in the Party1 College of Business, specifically Department of Management. What can you say about David? He's a mainstay leader both when it comes to academia and research. He's worked alongside us since the early days. I think we were both 2014, 2015 coming into Virginia Tech. And what he's very modest about is he's a world-class researcher and known scholar when it comes to entrepreneurship. Does some really cool stuff with AI and also capital. And so for you to be giving your time on a Friday, tremendous. Thank you, David, for being here. Next to us, across from David, is Dr. Katie Brunell, an assistant professor of entrepreneurship, also in the Party1 College of Business. We're excited to have Dr. Katie here. She's brand new. We were able to steal her away from USC, like the real USC, University of Southern California, which is a great hire. I think that says a lot about Virginia Tech when you can take USC's faculty in entrepreneurship. And excited to work with you and really appreciate you being here during her first 3 weeks on campus. Across from Dr. Katie is Ritha. Many of you might know, if you've met Ritha previously, raise your hand or give a kazoo cheer. Let me hear it. A couple people in the room. There it is. So Ritha is one of our student consultants at the Apex Center. She does an amazing job. We pay her as a student worker to help you all move forward in entrepreneurship. So she can help you navigate programs, introductions to alumni mentors, questions about applications. Rita's one of 3 student consultants. She's a senior this year, been with us 3 years, and is a BIT honors major, and she thinks she's graduating in December, but we don't know if that's real or not. Rita, thanks for sticking around. And last but not least, Rob Cummings. Rob, if you raise your hand. Many of you might know Rob. He's an advisory board member at the Apex Center, also a VT alumnus. Rob is a proven entrepreneur, had a software as a services company that he grew and exited down in Charlotte, also spent some time in private equity, and is our vice chairman at the Apex Center for Entrepreneurs. Also very applicable to you, he's coming on as our entrepreneur in residence, and we'll be doing office hours, and we'll be spending a lot of time almost as an adjunct faculty member for us at the Apex Center. So you'll be seeing a lot of Rob. Thanks for coming on today, Rob. All right, almost done. A couple things about today's event format. 5-minute presentations, pitch teams. For real, it's 5 minutes. We'll just take the mic away. No, we'll play music, but you really have to do 5 minutes. Trevor, raise your hand, Trevor, has an iPad. He will give you this signal. It doesn't mean you're number one. I mean, it could, but really, we're telling you there's a minute left on timing. So watch for the signal from Trevor. And then we'll do 3 minutes of Q&A from the panel. They have name tags, so you can get oriented into asking your questions. And then we'll transition teams. We'll hold our applause till after the pitches. I want everyone in the audience to have empathy. This is hard. I just had to explain what the Apex Center did to the news crew. It was hard, and I've been doing it 8 years. So if these entrepreneurs, many of them are up here for the first time, it's totally different to explain a business concept to an audience than it is to tell your friends at D2. So let's have some empathy. Let's celebrate everyone that's coming up here today. To the teams, this is supposed to be a good time. This is not our entrepreneur challenge. We have one of those. We ask really hard questions. This isn't that place. This is a pitch party. We want to celebrate your concept and get you moving forward, get you plugged into resources, and give you some next steps. Everyone, just a reminder, if you're an Elite 8 team and you're standing here, you're leaving with $1,000 for your team that'll be directed to your Virginia Tech student account in the form of a scholarship. Caroline will help you out with the paperwork, but everyone, as they say, leaves a winner. Some team leaves with $3,000 because we have a $2,000 fan favorite award that we will do at the end after all the pitches. And if you all could join me in the time-honored tradition of silencing your cell phone, that would be fantastic. We do want to look at that Snapchat you get halfway through a pitch, but we don't want to hear about it when it comes in. All right, and audience Q&A. We will not be taking questions from the audience just due to time constraints, but we will have time for Q&A after all the pitches. So we encourage you to stick around and network with the founders and get your questions answered after the event at 4 o'clock. All right, we're getting ready to jump into teams. Questions? All right, so in just a few moments, you're going to hear from these 8 teams. As we said, tonight's the starting line for these students. I had a good question how they got here. These teams were selected and were voted on by you all, the Virginia Tech community. Everyone submitted a video, it uploaded online, and then there was 24-hour voting period. So these are the top 8 teams that met the submission criteria as voted on by your peers. So you should all feel really good about that. And if you're in the audience, you played a role in these teams coming up here today. Where's booked up? Oh, look at that, stage right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm, hokey welcome to Team Booked Up.
Where's mine?
Okay, well, I appreciate everyone here today to hear our startup concept. Well, welcome everyone. Thank you for the invite. We're really excited to be here. We are booked up, and we are here to solve your personal care needs. To introduce the team, I am the CEO and back-end lead here for Booked Up.
My name is Adrian Menacho. I'm the COO and front-end developer.
My name is Gabriel Palomino, and I'm the full-stack developer of the team.
My name is Matthew Yanis. I'm a back-end developer.
My name is Sebastian Pewing, and I'm a front-end developer.
My name is Javier Velat, and I'm also a front-end developer.
Thank you, guys. So what do? We are providing a platform for business owners and their clientele, for business owners and their clientele in the personal care industry through the integration of AI. How are we doing this? We are creating mobile and website-based applications and integrating our generative AI feature, which we'll talk about soon, into our applications to help both parties of business owner and clientele. So what is the problem that we see in the personal care industry? Now, I'm going to give a little bit of background of who I am. So I am actually a barber, licensed Virginia barber here at Blacksburg, and I work in a barbershop called Top Cuts. Now, things that I've seen in the when me giving services is language barriers, and at the same time, I've seen other business owners, they give a lack of consultation, and also not being able to give the correct service pertaining to a specific facial structure. I went to school for it. And just coming up from that, in that journey, it was very difficult for me to kind of grasp the skill to be able to give the correct service to a specific facial structure. So some conflicts, when I give a service, sometimes the client might be very afraid to tell me how they like it. No sense of constructive criticism, no sense of improvement. And because of that, clients go to the other option. They go to somebody else, and that diminishes the business. We want barbers and also people, ahead in the industry to be able to continue with their business. So, yeah, here you go, Adrian.
Current data on why we wanted to tackle this problem. In 2022, about 49% of men were pretty concerned about their haircuts. And of those 49%, 70% of them came in with the mindset of having this haircut being like the lifestyle of their world. More research looked at a survey of scientists and clients and stated that 50% of them were also unhappy with the results of their styles based on they've seen through social media. The specific group we were mostly focusing on that is being affected to this is mostly the clientele who are pretty upset with their results, as well as licensed barbers and stylists, which lack the developing skill to give a proper consultation. One of the sustainable goals we wanted to focus to align with this problem is the decent work and economic growth, but more specifically on promoting youth employment, training, and education.
Beginning of this year, we have put our coding skills to the test to make this beautiful and stylish web application to provide clients and clientele with their needs. We have created a full-blown blog page for users to see information and trends on the current industry, as well as a booking application so that people can get to their appointments on time. We are currently developing our generative AI to give real-time suggestions on certain styles that you may want for your haircut or nails, for example. Our next steps is to fully deploy this application to the web and app stores. We also want to move more parts of the personal care industry, such as cosmetologists and nail technicians. Let's go over an example of an unsatisfactory session with a barber.
Good afternoon, sir. How can I help you today?
I want to get a haircut. I like it long, but short on, you know what I mean? I'm not really sure what I want, but just a little bit on.
How do you like it, sir?
It's good. Yeah. I actually don't have a tip right now, but for next time, I got
Okay,
you.
great. I hope to see you again, sir. Thank you
Yeah.
for your time.
So obviously we've all been in that situation where it's unsatisfactory, and sometimes all you need to do is get
Booked up.
Thank you.
Thank you. We would like to open up the floor for questions.
Where's mine?
Yeah,
What did you
I'm
give
pretty
us?
sure Sean picked me to get the first question because I have the least amount of hair on the panel here. So again, love the little scenario at the end there. I think that
What is
we
the
all
news?
relate to that experience. Tell us a little bit more how you're planning on deploying AI. So like, what are the specific use cases that you guys are thinking within the context of like, you know, both communication and taking this out?
So as you can see, you know, like with current innovations like generative AI, like ChatGPT, right? You know, I think most students here use ChatGPT for, you know, maybe solving your homework problems and whatnot. But at the same time, for me personally, when I do my homework as a computer engineer, I use it as a consultant to get ideas to be able to do my homework or, you know, whatever purposes I'm doing, right? So to be able to integrate that generative AI is to essentially train it to be able to, you know, by giving it photos of like, you know, current facial structures, you know, train it specific hair types and whatnot, and then specific haircuts as well that pertain to those specific facial structures. You know, for me as a triangular prism person, you know, I would be good with a, you know, just fading the temple area, leaving the nape, or maybe just getting myself a taper fade, what we like to call it, right? To be able to give that sense of consultation and how we're going to deploy it is essentially trying to, you know, go to current, you know, local barbershops here in Blacksburg, right?
Hey guys, we can't hear it all. It's really noisy. So out of respect for the teams, can you guys keep it down just a little bit? That's the dad side. All right, thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so being able to go to specific barbershops, like for example, like a barbershop that I'm going to be working in, I'm going to be using, you know, through the client's consent, if I could use some of their their data, but it's as a privacy statement, we're not going to, you know, release that to the world. It's just going to be on our secure database. So, you know, that's essentially how we would deploy, and then hopefully go on with Blacksburg and hopefully, you know, the rest of the part of the United States.
Hey, booked up. Why don't you guys move to that side for the Q&A? Just
Great presentation, guys, and nice job laying out the problem, the market, the team. Good job there. Is this going to be a B2B solution where you're going to take this to other barbershops and sell the generative AI piece? I'm envisioning facial recognition where you could load into the Gen AI to give you ideas as to what cut would look best. Is that your thought process here?
Yes, it is. So, yeah, we're doing it. Yeah. Is this better? Okay. Essentially, yeah, we're doing that, but as I said before, we're creating web-based and mobile-based applications and essentially selling that application and then we're going to integrate, hey, we have this feature, this generative AI feature that's access your consultant to be able to, you know, be able to give the correct service for a specific use case.
So think about selling that to businesses.
Oh yeah, of course, we're going to be doing that too. So it's like, you know, partnerships with shops would be something else that really gets expanded. Thank you guys.
All right, if Team Charge Box can please join us at the front.
这个是干净的，干净的，干净的。
Yeah, he's gonna pull it up. Yeah, go ahead, Sean.
See what happens.
It's not pull it up on the laptop. Slides aren't showing up in front of the